Hey everybody, welcome to this week's episode of the Patty G Show. I hope you're hungry because we have none other than Valencia and Michelle in from Crafted Nibbles. That's right, we're talking charcuterie, we're talking mocktails, we're talking boxes on the go, and how quickly can you turn around a building here in Baton Rouge and make it your storefront. All that upcoming in this week's episode of the Patty G Show, brought to you by our amazing sponsors, Valaya Real Estate, Lakeman's Health Center, Cortex, and PB&J Productions. Enjoy. So how did we get here? How did y'all get into Crafted Nibbles?
You gonna tell them?
Okay, so my grandmother, her mom passed in 2020.
Okay.
And so, of course, as most families do, you go, you fellowship, you have repast, you visit family. So we went to Greenville, South Carolina. We went to the mountains, Christmas. It was like 2 months after her passing. And we had a charcuterie board. We were just eating. We were like, hey, tasting this and that. And we said, we can go home and we can try this out. We can, start this business. So I literally came back home. I grabbed a business card off of Etsy. We secured the name through the Secretary of State. And a few months went by and I'm like, hey, like, what are you going to do? What are we doing here? And we just literally made some charcuterie boxes, posted it on Facebook, and kind of launched from there.
Yeah, I took it to my executive team. I used to work at Ochsner.
Okay.
So I said, okay, I need y'all to critique the packaging, content, everything, even from the spoon. Do you like it? And they said 2 thumbs up. I said, okay, we're ready to go. And they started ordering.
Yeah, literally just
out the gate.
Off
Let's
Etsy to Facebook. And, yeah.
Okay, but generally, if you eat a food, no one's going to think, let me go home and make a business out of this. I mean, so y'all were up there in North Carolina, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
South Carolina,
Greenville. And so you've had somebody that you found a local business that was doing this? If I eat a charcuterie board, my first thought's not, let me go home and start a charcuterie business.
Right.
So, walk me through what happened there.
So, our friends had the board catered.
Okay, so they got it catered.
Yes. It was Greenville Cheese Lady. That was her business.
Greenville Cheese Lady.
Yes, that was the name of the company.
All right, you need a better name.
That was the name of her company.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the name of her business.
I know, she needs
So our friends had ordered the charcuterie board, and when we got there, that was our, gathering. Wine
was
and
it like
charcuterie.
A big spread or something?
No, it wasn't big at all. Maybe a 14 by 14.
Okay, so a small little board.
Yeah.
Board.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it had the different cheeses and meats. And, back in the day when I was coming up, my mom used to say, okay, I need a meat and cheese tray.
Right. Now we call them charcuterie. Charcuterie.
So as we were eating the various cheeses that we had never tasted before, and the prosciutto and other meats that she had, we literally looked at one another and said, this is good. We need to do this at home.
Yeah.
And that's what we did.
Okay. But are y'all entrepreneurial? Any history of being entrepreneurs?
No.
Were y'all looking for a business idea together? I mean, come on. This just kind of sounds out of the blue.
My mother was living with me.
Okay.
So that was my life, taking care of her and working. But, grief, you find something to do.
Mm-hmm.
I like to say, I guess it was something that was imparted upon us.
Okay.
Because I was not making charcuterie boards. I mean, I work in HR for a living, so I'm very this is what it is.
You're ordering the charcuterie boards.
I'm ordering charcuterie boards. So that's literally, I think, how we view it. This is something that God just imparted upon us during that time, and it came at the right time. And, we got so far as you can't turn back. You got customers now, so you can't just shut it down and quit.
Once we are full throttle,
yeah,
that's it.
That's it, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
So, Did you take a class? Did you
No, she
go
looked
somewhere? I mean, like,
she looked on
those
Instagram.
flowers are so intricate, right? Like, how do you make the flowers?
So
Looking at YouTube.
Like, I'm a perfectionist. So what I literally did, like I secured an Instagram handle and I just followed all of these different charcuterie companies out of other states because we really didn't have many here when you think about a brick and mortar charcuterie company. So I just followed different businesses and I just try to mimic. And if I could show you the very first board I did to now, it is horrendous.
Do you have a picture of it?
I do.
Okay.
I will.
Send it
show
to us.
you.
Definitely.
He'll throw it up. He'll make it pop up on the screen.
I'm embarrassed.
Then and now.
Yeah, then and now. Right.
Embarrassed. There's an evolution that takes place.
Yes.
But,
As with any business, right?
Yes. But I just learned. Like you just do your research as you do anything. You see who's doing it the right way, how you want to perfect your business. And have the mindset that you're operating as something bigger than what you are. So even if you're a small business, we're going to try to present ourselves as something that has been established and efficient and effective. So,
And entrepreneurs in other states, some here in, I guess, Louisiana, I'm not sure, I can't remember. They were very eager to help and share their journey with us.
yeah.
Anything we ask, hey, how did you get started? How do you make this board? What did you do? What paperwork do you have? They were very, very open, with arms to help us and get us going.
Yeah, the community here is definitely receptive to new businesses
Yeah.
and figuring out a way that they can help. Some can't help, some can help.
Yeah.
Even if it's, hey, I'll buy a board from you,
Right.
something like that.
But I'll add, I guess from a learning how to do business perspective, we did reach out to the LSU Small Business.
Okay.
Yes.
What were they called? The LSU Small Business Accelerator. Is it the Accelerator? It's probably
The innovation park?
Innovation Park.
Innovation
Yes,
Park.
yes.
Innovation
So
park off of like GSR.
yes, out
Yeah.
there. So we definitely started off there. Miss Emily, even just from the fundamentals of having a bookkeeper or CPA, helping us structure our business. What taxes look like, and then from there we also you attended the LSU
Entrepreneurial class.
So finding those free resources that are here to help small businesses. I mean, Louisiana. I mean, Baton Rouge provided that. So.
Okay, so how did you know to look there at the innovation park?
Just researching. And when we got our license, I think they shared a lot of information.
Okay.
A lot of resources. You need to do this. You need to do that. I ask a lot of questions.
Love it.
I do a lot of legwork, or I did and still do a lot of legwork. I'm not mailing. I'm not emailing. I'm hand delivering. I filled out the paper with paper and pen, and I took it to LDH and stood there.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
I'm sorry.
Why?
I needed it done. I don't want to wait. I need it done.
We're very proactive.
I get that,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Yeah.
going to LDH, I feel like that's a whole day affair. It was quick?
It wasn't bad.
Okay.
It wasn't bad at all. But I'm going to do the legwork.
Okay. So you go to Etsy, you get your business card,
Yes.
and so you started with a business card,
Yeah.
your Instagram handle, then registered the business,
Yes.
and got your business card
And
from Etsy.
Facebook.
And Facebook.
And Facebook.
Okay.
That's it.
And so, like, what
That was our marketing.
what was I was about to say? What was the first post? Like, what was your first to the public
I
that you
think
sent out there?
It was teacher appreciation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. We did these teacher appreciation boxes and had a little teacher ribbon on there and like a fork, and they are hideous now that I think back. But that literally, we just teacher appreciation, like buy
And they were buying them like
charcuterie
crazy.
boxes for your kids' teachers. That was like our very first
But like,
let's
were you,
put this
were you
out here.
texting this out to people? I mean, come on, like, how are people finding it on Instagram?
Literally, don't sleep on Facebook.
Okay.
I will.
Yeah, she was like,
that is-
Facebook. I'm like, oh,
There's
Facebook.
There's a community out there.
So, like, but were you joining like parents' pages or anything, or you were just like, and then then you shared it to your page, obviously.
Yes, shared it to my personal page. But I this is where I think community matters, and your network,
your friends,
and the relationships that you leverage, whether that be in social circles, whether that be your job. Those people matter because they're gonna share. That is gonna be the very first people to support you is your own, network, community, and family. So that's literally it. I wasn't joining any groups or no, it was our family and friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Share.
That's what I'm all about.
Like and share.
Like,
share,
post, share,
subscribe.
comment, and subscribe. Those are free ways to support any small business.
That's boom. That's it. That's the ad right there. I love it. So y'all have got all this, the business side of things. You got the business name registered. You got the business cards. You got the Facebook page, obviously. What were you going out the gate for? Meaning, were you saying we're going to deliver boards to the parties pre-made, or was it the box deliverables that you kind of framed in your head for this business model?
I don't even know if
to be honest, it has evolved so much. I don't even know what we were thinking. I don't even think we had an idea. I think we were just doing stuff.
Okay, so you post post a board, and like, what do you like? How are you going to ship it? Like, what are you going to do?
We didn't have a menu. We were like, hey, here, this is what we're selling today. Do you want it?
So you're like, let's go to Costco and buy some meats and like put it together.
Literally,
what?
Costco, Trader Joe's. Don't sleep on the
Trader
cheeses.
Joe's. Yeah, that's where we got all of the cheeses from.
That is literally
and we were doing it out of her house.
Out of my house. Yeah.
Allegedly, right, for LDH?
Well, you there's the Louisiana law.
The cottage law.
The cottage law.
Okay.
That you can't sell out of your home. Okay. But you can only make so much money.
Yeah.
And then quickly you surpassed it, obviously, after teacher appreciation.
And then we stopped. then we slowed down a little bit, okay?
But this is, I guess from the entrepreneur side, this is where I'm like, okay, we have to operate as if we're a big business, not as if you have to always have that. I always have that mindset to, okay, we need a website. That's the next step. If we are going to scale and expand, we need a website. We need a menu. We need to have a place where customers can easily find us and order things and us be accessible. So those were our next steps, just launching the e-commerce side so people can go online and quickly order whatever.
And a friend of ours did the website.
Yeah, my friend Terrence built the website. Yeah.
And we just started with our little mini boxes, small boxes, and then we
didn't deliver at the time. It was strictly pick up from the house.
So they were coming pick up to your house.
Yeah.
Not the
same. And
then
look, so we filmed this show in my back porch for like 2 years. And then my wife was like, done.
Yeah.
She was like, I don't want more strangers. She's like, the first, it was like, okay, we knew them. And then we knew people who knew them.
Yeah.
And then now we have no idea who these people are. Like, you cannot be having people come to the house anymore.
Knowing where we
no
live.
more home base recording of the show, Patrick. So that's when we left. And I was like, all right, that's fair, babe. That's fair.
Yes.
Oh, and then delivering. We started delivering. I was a delivery driver. So I was all over Baton Rouge.
So you got the best routes.
Oh my God. Yeah, the best. I had my choice. All.
So then you're building these mini boxes. I mean, how in the world do you price this stuff, right? Like a general entrepreneur, if you're selling a product, you can look at what other people are selling it for. But what I've often seen is like you exclude your labor because you don't consider, I'm taking an hour or so to prep this box. Like, walk me through what y'all were doing out the gate.
Well, we were there. Yeah. We were just pricing until we went to LSU and they gave us the price sheet.
So they helped you develop it?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just from down to like
weighing one pecan. Yeah. How many,
your toothpicks, your boxes,
everything.
Your spoons, your 1 ounce cups, everything that goes into kind of like what your profit margins are for whichever product you're selling. So they helped us kind of break that down.
Okay.
But also, I think first time business owners, you typically undervalue or undersell what you're doing. And you don't consider your time. You don't consider the product. You're just trying to push it out there and build this business. Yeah. So I definitely think we undercharge And some days I still think that we do, but it's something that we love and we want people to experience.
Right.
So it's not always about what you can reap from it financially. So
yeah, and that's often what initially will get people excited about their business, is because they love to do it.
Exactly.
Right.
And what I've often seen is when people start a business because like I can make so much money doing this, they're one of the ones that fail first. And they fail fast.
Yeah.
Because they are in it for the dollars and they're not in it for the passion they have behind the brand, behind the product, behind the service. And they're out there saying, okay, if I don't make this much today, it was not a good day. Where if you have a passion and a drive for the product or the service you're providing, you're like, if I help one person or I sell this and that, doesn't matter how much we make, but if I just help that person with their event, if I'm going to somebody and they're ordering for a funeral and I help them celebrate their loved one's life a little bit better, great, that's a win. You know, and you're not like, okay, we got to hit these numbers. But then at a certain point in time, you do have to find a balance there.
absolutely.
Correct.
Yes.
Because if not, your rent's consistent.
Let me tell
And
you.
if you ain't got rent, your note with the bank's consistent.
Yes.
And it's a
And people
fixed
ask
fee.
all the time for donations, and we had to cut it off. You know, it's like, no, that's it.
As a small business, as we're growing, especially being on Perkins Road, you know,
You're in prime
and this is not a
territory.
negative, you know, like because you're happy that people want to support you or they're thinking of your business. But from a financial perspective, I think there's a burden where you have to help everybody. You have to donate to everything, every teacher's appreciation, every auction, every church event. So I think you have to figure out what aligns with your business and what aligns with your purpose. And say, hey, you know, I have a budget this year. I may not be able to contribute, but you'll be first on my list next year. Like I'll be happy to donate to the auction next year or the church next year. So we've definitely have had to put firm boundaries on that. That we're learning. It is hard. It's so hard.
Yes.
It is hard.
Yes.
But starting off, we gave like so much away, which is not a bad thing. I believe that your blessings do return.
Right.
So that is a huge part of how we built
and who we are,
our business and who we are. Like our blessings return. So whether we gift you something, it's going to come back tenfold. So I think having that perspective too.
Yeah. And then it's hospitality ventures, restaurants specifically, are always the first to be asked.
Oh,
yes.
Right. Hey, can you donate just a gift card? Can you donate this?
Correct.
You know, can we get a $50 gift card to your business? You know, like we need some help with this auction. And it's like, well, we need some help with some business.
Correct.
You know, maybe if you're a regular and we know you buy from us, great. But if you're just a quick DM on the internet,
Right.
It's hard. And it's hard to put those boundaries in place.
But you know, you give something.
Right.
Yeah.
What's $25?
Yeah.
I'll blow that in the blink of an eye, you know? So if it's a worthy cause, we will give you something.
Love it. So you're in your kitchen, operating a cottage law. At what point are you like, this is too much? We've got to get people away from coming to the house. And we're shipping as much as we can, but I mean, you've got a brick and mortar now. So, like, what led up to that?
So
I feel like there's a story. She's giving you some eyes.
It's always a story.
Eyes.
So
we had looked at several.
It was a 2-year journey.
Yeah.
Because of course, when you want to grow your business, the next thing is scaling. How can I produce more? Obviously, I can't do that in my home. So we reached out to the LSU Foodie Incubator. We tried to go that route because I'm like, I need another refrigerator. I need something that got meat and cheese everywhere.
Like house is smelling charcuterie.
I'm like, I need another refrigerator. I need more space. And so we go that route. You know, we do the introductions there. And lo and behold, LDH is like, well, you deal with meat. You can't go there because we're like, yes, they have like refrigerators, like a space where we can just house everything. They tell us no.
Wait, they wouldn't let you go to the food incubator?
No,
because of the meat.
Because of the meat. Cross-contamination with meat.
You learn so much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're like, okay, dang. All right, cool. Yeah. So
solution out the window.
Yes.
Backpedal.
Yeah, so back up.
We're looking at commercial kitchen spaces.
Oh, go back. Rent. I bought a refrigerator.
She bought a refrigerator, put it in my garage.
Like a commercial grade refrigerator?
No, just a regular.
And they were fine with that.
No, we're still at the house.
We're still at the house.
We're like, okay, that doesn't work. We just go buy
it.
another refrigerator, put it in the garage.
We needed extra.
We needed space.
You had like fridges full of meat.
I still have it. Yes, now it's full of just my stuff.
like just full. Like
just full of cheese.
Oh, you should have seen
meat,
it.
Jellies. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
well, I guess you got the jellies and the nuts and everything going into it. Okay.
And
she turned
I turned my guest room.
No.
I broke down the bed. I got Costco racks, all of our boards, all of our dry goods. Everything is in my guest room. Like literally every wall has one of those metal one of those metal like.
So clearly
shelves.
you were taking a home office deduction on your tax return, right?
I don't even know if we were that mental. Like
you were just like, put these orders out, get these orders out there.
I'm just like, we're just figuring it out as we go. Yeah. So eventually we're like, okay, in order for us to scale, take large orders, we have to find a space. Commercial kitchen spaces in commissary kitchens in Baton Rouge are practically non-existent. So if anybody out there wants to open up, that's a business
like a shared
like a shared commissary space. Like there's literally nothing here.
Yeah.
So especially for small businesses that don't have much revenue starting out. So then we start the journey of looking for commercial spaces. Like, okay, we're just going to go buy something. We were looking at Government Street. We were looking at Corporate. And when I tell you we took L after L, whether it was just somebody snagged it before we could. We even went in, and I don't recommend this, blindly trying to purchase buildings above asking price because that's how motivated we were. Like, we want it. We're just going to do it. Don't.
Were you going to buy Fleur de Lis pizza?
No. It was just setback after setback. We worked on a space on Corporate Boulevard for like a year. Literally had an architect. We had plans drawn. Yeah. We had a Kickstarter planned where we had a lawyer. Like
that was our spot.
A $10,000 investment. Like we haven't even signed the lease at this point. Like we're just
you
prepping.
dropped 10 grand into this thing?
Just with lawyers, like just architects. So we're just like
drawing out the
we have a vision.
Suite.
Like
right,
we were
right.
like here. This is our space. Like,
this is
invested.
Us. Oh
yes. So we get the lease back, and
they red marked it.
We
of course the
secured
red lines come back. Looks like a stuck hog.
And we don't know what we don't know.
Right. Well, the realtor said that we took too long.
Yeah.
In getting back with them, it was during Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
The attorneys are in New Orleans, and shut down for 2 weeks.
Wait, so y'all's attorneys or their attorneys?
Our attorneys.
Our attorney was based in New Orleans.
You don't do business the week or month of Mardi
exactly.
Gras now.
Exactly.
Like everybody knows that.
Yeah.
But also, like, I'm going to take my time and do my due diligence.
Right.
Like, I don't believe in being rushed into such a big
investment.
5 year. Yeah.
Oh, so 5 year lease.
Yeah.
It was a 5 year lease.
It was a 5 year, which I'm so thankful it didn't work out.
Right.
We'll get there. But, there was back and forth.
Oh,
and
we have a journey.
Yeah, and it comes
I'm here for
it. And I don't recommend, don't, if it doesn't feel right or, you're not being treated fairly, like in negotiations or being, respectful, collaboration, don't do it. I really feel like if it's for you, it's gonna come. So we stepped away from it. We said, hey, whatever money, I refuse.
Take it as a loss.
Forward.
Yeah.
Yep. And we cut out at that point. We were like, we were
just going. We're going to New York.
Yeah.
So
New York.
We went to the specialty food show in New York. We bought. Yeah.
It was a food show. Like 10 floors of meat, cheese, prosciutto, like all the things, everything,
nuts, everything, drinks.
What?
Yeah.
For
it's
why?
A ball. What?
Why?
We wanted new cheeses and meats.
Yeah.
Okay. So you were going to like source vendors?
Yeah, we were just going. So we were just
gone.
Or just going to go.
We're just we saw
learn. We really wanted to learn.
We wanted to learn, and we're like,
it's educational. It's a write-off. Come on now.
And we wanted to bring things back to Baton Rouge that you would not find at your Rouse's. You wouldn't find at your local like Alexander's or like whatever local markets you go to. We want to bring specialty items that you cannot find,
it's fair.
so we can expose our customers to something
Something new.
And that's where we were like, we're going to go to the food show. And that's exactly what we did. And we're sitting in the hotel room and she's like, oh, I saw a space. I was leaving the house and it had a for rent sign. I'm going to just tell your dad to go look at it.
He went and looked. And I started calling and calling. Finally got the landlord. And he said, yeah, it's available. Several people looking at it. I said, how much? He told me it was within budget. I said, my husband is bringing a check right now. Call Michael, take the check. Here's the checkbook, go get it. And
boom.
While you're in New York.
Yep.
I was making boss moves.
That's what I'm clearly. I love this.
I'm in New York making boss moves. Okay.
We hadn't looked at
Making it happen. Yes. I love it.
Yeah. So that's how we got our space.
Okay.
Blindly. We didn't.
I was about to say, I grew up here. I've driven by that space.
It was a Subway.
A long time.
Yeah.
Well, it was a Subway, and then wasn't it a thrift shop or dress shop?
Yes.
Okay.
Hot pink. Dress shop.
It was colorful.
Yeah.
It was colorful.
Couldn't miss it.
So, but what about it drew you in?
Prime location.
Okay.
Rent right. Okay. Dollars.
Before the McDonald's did its renovation, right?
It was after.
It was after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Making it happen. What did I tell you? Full throttle.
I mean, was it a kitchen? Like, did they have everything established that LDH
Everything
was going to require?
No.
So you just bought it. You were just like, let's rent a shell of a building and figure it out.
Yep.
Well, the other building was a tanning salon. So we would have had to renovate that too.
Okay.
But a lot more, like probably.
We would have spent some money. Yeah. But
Like
this was
hundreds
just
of thousands just on renovating
aesthetics.
the space.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And then it's close to home. I only live 2 minutes away.
Well, you can't beat that.
And she's 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect little quaint spot. It's so cute.
So you're in New York. You're doing your boss thing.
Yep.
You lease the space.
Yep.
So clearly that landlord was a lot easier to work with
Yes.
to get it done.
Yes.
But you know when they say things are for you, like it's not forced, it's not like it just...
It was too easy?
It happened. Like it just happened.
You know,
and we
it's
felt
like
good about
God.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect space.
Mm-hmm. So we get back. I go look at it, sign the lease. And it's like, okay, what do we do?
You got the space
like, we gotta
now.
pay rent.
Where do you go from here?
What
Rent's due. You got first month,
Yeah.
last month.
That was June.
That was,
And then I think we started planning. I think at the time we still had the Kickstarter idea and we were like, scratch that. Like, let's just do it ourselves. So it was completely self-funded.
So you know about Kickstarter?
I'm aware of Kickstarter.
Yeah.
I haven't done anything on the back end. I've funded a couple projects
Yeah.
with Kickstarter, but never been on the back end. You clearly went down that path pretty far.
Oh, yeah. We
Yeah.
had sticky notes. You know, the big sticky pad?
Yeah, we did think tanks at my house. I invited friends over, like, hey, what do you want this space to look like? What do you want it to feel like? What type of events should we host? Like, we literally
Did
had
you
all
do
of
it
that.
all over charcuterie?
No. We had, no.
No, we had food.
So we signed the lease in June.
We had a contractor in mind.
We had a contractor in mind. And then I honestly, where I got my inspiration from is a company out of London called Grape and Fig. London. So
We went over the big pond.
Instagram, Grape and Fig. And that is where I first saw the concept of kind of build your own. It was like London's first build your own cheese box.
Okay.
And we were like, hey, that's cool. It's easy.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's something that is on demand because we know our customers were consistently looking for us, trying to get our product. And we're like, oh, we're tired this weekend. We're not making boards. Or we're going out of town this weekend. We're not making boards. So this is something they could just come and get on demand. And so that's where we got the concept from, Grape and Fig out of London. And I looked at literally their boxes.
Oh, we
and you don't reinvent
everything.
Yeah, everything. Don't reinvent the wheel either. Like,
yeah, somebody's doing it well and it works.
Yeah. It makes it easy.
Implement
it. Down to their boxes, how their storefront was set up. And I just kind of mimicked how that would look and flow in our space. And that's exactly what we told the contractors to do. And we got started, and we
finding a printer to do the boxes.
Yeah, that was a challenge.
But they were out of Bogalusa.
Yep.
Okay.
So here we go. Bogalusa. Down the road.
Yeah, so you driving down to Bogalusa.
Yeah. We tried to keep everything local.
Yeah.
Local to Louisiana. So
I love that.
Yeah.
This episode of the Patty G Show is brought to you by Cortex. Cortex is the trusted technology partner for small businesses across Louisiana, delivering managed IT, cybersecurity, and smart strategies to help you leverage AI without the confusion. I mean, aren't we all confused by AI nowadays? As a locally owned company, we understand the challenges Louisiana businesses face and provide tailored solutions that keep your operations secure and efficient. Whether you're looking to strengthen your cybersecurity or explore how AI can give your business a competitive edge, Cortex is here to help. Be sure to mention the Patty G Show and receive a free cybersecurity risk and analysis to see where your business stands. Okay, so walk me through this model with make it yourself, not y'all make. Walk us through what that is.
So it's on the style of Subway.
Okay.
You choose your size box. We have 3 different sizes.
Okay.
A mini, which is 2 cheeses and 1 charcuterie.
Okay.
That'll feed about 1 person. Then you have the small, which is 3 cheeses, 1 charcuterie. And then you have a shareable, which is 4 cheeses and 2 charcuterie. Charcuterie, people, is meat. Okay?
Thank you. I was about my follow-up question. I'm thinking charcuterie is the whole board.
No, it's your meat.
Got it. Okay.
So they choose their size box. Then they choose their jam. We usually have honey, onion, garlic, pepper jelly, which is a local vendor, Lena Farms.
And Mr. Out of RB.
Oh, the bee company is the honey, which is right off of College Drive.
Love it.
And we'll have another spread. Sour cherry or romesco or fig. So we have those. But the first 2 are local. Then they get crackers in their box. And from there, that's when they start choosing the cheese. They, the customer, choose which cheeses. We normally have 6 different cheeses. 3 staple, brie, Gouda, and green onion cheddar are the staples.
Green onion cheddar.
Oh,
Delicious.
but wait till you try the Louisiana lanyap, which has the crab boil flavor.
Wait.
I'll see you tomorrow.
TV timeout. What?
Louisiana lanyap.
It's a Louisiana
Who
lanyap
makes
cheddar.
this cheese?
Hennings, and they are out of Wisconsin. Yeah.
Oh, but do they do it justice? Do they do Louisiana?
Yes.
I mean, you're in
Yes.
Wisconsin. How can you actually do
it's
Louisiana
good.
justice?
And it was actually
It's good.
I mean, I know they do cheese well, but like, come on now.
No, we were
No.
actually, it was a, we do cheese of the month.
Okay.
And we were like, okay, we're just going to try it out. I had some of the girls taste it at the store and they're like, oh, this is good. And it's been here 3 months now.
Yeah.
It's been on the bar. We haven't
It's a
taken it
favorite.
off. So
Yeah.
So it's a staple
it's
now.
a staple now.
I think it's going to be a staple. So we have 4 staples.
Yeah.
All right, you might,
4 staple cheeses. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. But if you're familiar with like,
What are your hours?
10 to 5.
Got it.
but if you think about where, food businesses are going, it's fast casual. People are on their lunch breaks, or they're going to a party, or they're going to, want to gift something. And that was the concept. Fast casual, think about Chipotle, Cava. You make your selections, you're out the door to go do what you need to do.
Yeah.
So we wanted to create that experience kind of on demand.
So after the cheese, they choose their meat, the charcuterie. We have salami,
All right.
pepperoni,
Okay.
and a Cajun turkey.
What?
Cajun turkey.
All right. I didn't know that was a thing they put on charcuterie boards.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I'm learning
non-pork
so much.
eaters.
This
You
is
have people who don't eat
fantastic.
pork.
Yes.
Okay.
So we tried to-
Cajun turkey. So where's this? If you say it's from Wisconsin.
We can't give you all of
No.
our vendors.
All right. I'm not saying the vendor names.
proprietary.
Is it local? Or is it out of state?
It's out of state.
It's out of state.
Yes, it's out of state.
All right,
We have a
that's fine,
distributor.
that's fine.
Yeah, we have a distributor that I go get it from in New
New
Orleans
Orleans.
every other Monday.
They don't
I drive to
deliver?
New Orleans. No.
Oh,
Because we're not large enough
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah. Yet.
Okay.
I see you.
Then
All right,
we-
so you got Cajun turkey and what else?
So that's the meat.
Okay, so those 3 meats.
Yes.
Okay.
Then you go to your accompaniments.
Okay.
You have okra, pickled okra,
Ooh.
yummy.
Mm-hmm.
We have pickled Brussels sprouts, yummy.
What?
Herb, garlic, mushrooms.
I take it she doesn't like the herb garlic mushrooms. Come on now.
No, I don't eat mushrooms, period.
Okay. Is it with a texture or flavor?
I guess it's the texture because
Okay.
I don't know how the flavor tastes. I don't know. And then we have fruit, grapes,
Mm-hmm.
blueberries,
fruits.
flavor,
Yeah,
just
it's
fruit,
kind of-
seasonal fruit.
Seasonal
Change
fruits,
those
yeah.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you get a chocolate, complimentary chocolate,
Ooh, a chocolate. Okay.
dark chocolate, caramel, sea salt, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you choose your nuts. You get caramelized pecans or an almond. Right now we have, what is it? Paprika.
Paprika.
Hot
almonds.
paprika.
Yeah.
Paprika.
Normally we have the herb almonds,
Okay.
rosemary herb.
So has the model totally shifted to this make-it-yourself style box, or are you still making boxes for order?
Oh, we have the catering
I'm
side.
still doing
Okay,
catering.
so that's
So we have the
shifted to a catering
storefront
side. Okay.
and the catering
Yeah.
side. So we do both. You can come in and say, hey, I need a box next week. You know, a board next
Right.
week. So we only do boards, charcuterie cups, or little mini me's. So they can order, you can order in the
Online,
store
Yeah, or online.
or online.
Gotcha. So through the website, people can still order, and are you
Yes.
still delivering, or is it still?
No, we
Delivery.
pause delivery. Yeah. Yeah.
I understand.
And we don't do DoorDash.
Maybe. I would never say never.
I didn't say never. I said we don't do it.
She said currently.
We don't.
Currently, no DoorDash,
Right.
Yes.
but it's an option.
Yes.
That way, you don't have to go drive. Somebody else can drive.
Yeah. So that's it.
I love it. So how did y'all go through the selection process of your meat? Because I mean, you only got 3, right?
Yes.
And so that's the make it yourself box. For the catering side, do you have a wider variety?
Not really.
No, we typically keep it the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Customers, they want a lot of different things, but then they want what they know.
Right.
Okay. And we don't offer too many variations. On the board is standard. We're going to give you 3 cheeses, smoked Gouda, buffalo wing cheddar is another one.
Buffalo wing
Yeah,
cheddar.
that
Yeah,
was pretty
spicy,
good. Yeah.
spicy. You know, so they like our selections. We don't have a problem with that. We also offer vegan options. So we have vegan cheese and vegan meat. We have gluten-free
Okay.
crackers. So vegan. We ready.
So you hitting all the dietary restrictions.
Yes.
Yes. You have to.
So did y'all get like a lot of demand for that out the gate? People were coming in saying they wanted X, Y, and Z with all these different dietary restrictions?
Yes. And even when we first started, and we have a social media post that actually kind of went viral where we originally had the nuts on the bar.
Oh, yeah.
And we got a lot of comments on TikTok saying, hey, I have this nut allergy. Like, we suggest maybe putting them in mason jars or separating them from everything on the bar. And we made that change. And we got like a lot of positive feedback
Yeah.
about that. So,
And we listen to the customers.
yeah,
You know?
we want them involved in the process too. So we ask for
a lot of
suggestions.
questions.
Yeah. What cheese would you like? Let's vote here. And, yeah, it's important to include them.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like they're the lifeblood of the business.
right.
So if you're not
Absolutely.
listening to them at all and you're
Right.
saying, nope, this is what you get, this is what you get, it's a quick way to lose a customer.
Yes, exactly.
Right. So
So,
we have a retail in the store as well. So
okay.
we have shirts, bags, anything that's on the bar, such as the olives, the candy,
Pepper
the
jellies.
pepper jellies.
sell.
We sell it.
So they can come in and just get a jar of olives or just get a
Yep.
block of the buffalo cheese if they want.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and we do mocktails.
You do mocktails too? This just
we have
it's like an onion up in here.
the
Just do
best
so many layers.
That goes back to the specialty food show.
Okay, all right. So why are we serving mocktails?
They were so good. They are so good.
Yeah,
we sampled them at the food show in New York.
I think it's a company out of Australia, actually.
Yeah.
I think they're out of Australia. Seville beverages, and they're delicious. Like,
So we've got some exotic foods now in this establishment.
I told you, things that you will not find. You can get it at Crafted Nibbles.
Sparkling waters that they come in and buy like a 6-pack.
Yeah.
Is it what? They just come in and ask for sparkling water?
Bonsai sparkling water.
Okay.
It's 3 different flavors. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You want to know what they are?
Yeah, why not?
Blackberry lime.
Okay.
Mango pineapple ginger.
Okay.
And cherry peach.
We need to stock up on this for the studio.
Y'all need to come.
I need to come get some packs for the studio over here. I mean, this is...
Yeah.
Okay. This is phenomenal. There's such a depth chart here.
It is.
We try to have all the things. Yeah.
Thank you to our wonderful sponsor, Lake Men's Health Center with Our Lady of the Lake Physicians Group. Guys, I know it's tough to get out and go to the doctor. I know it's challenging to find time in our busy days, but I promise you, signing up to be a part of this group with Dr. Curtis Chastain and Dr. Tyler Boudreau, you won't regret it for several reasons, but most of those being the fact of the time it saves, where you're able to get in on the same day, get that appointment done, and spend that time you need to talk with them about what your health goals and concerns are, as well as ensuring that the financial investments you have, you will be able to live out and see those come to fruition. So if you're an investing guy, you know all about and planning for the future and investing in the future. There's no other more important thing to invest in than your health. Make sure you go check them out. Our Lady of the Lake Physicians Group Men's Health Center, and tell them Patty G sent you.
So we were talking beforehand and how you kind of almost have to balance a 9 to 5 and this job. How is that working so far?
I don't have a 9 to 5.
Well, we know your boss moving it all the way through, right?
The store is my 9 to 5.
Steamroller. That is your 9 to 5,
I'm working hard.
But we still have yet over here.
Yeah. Not yet.
Not yet. She brought her laptop.
I'm telling you might see me in the store. I got the laptop here. I'm listening. I might be on a Teams meeting. I might be in the bag. So I'm just now figuring out the balance. I think now that we have staff and, we're working on training, it's a little bit more easier. But in the beginning, I think it was just, I wasn't sleeping. It was just lighting both ends of the candlestick, honestly, which sometimes you have to do when you're building a business. I don't think you build anything and that doesn't happen. So it's a short-term sacrifice that you have to make. So I'm still figuring it out, figuring how that works.
So on the staff front, you've got staff you're hiring, you're training. Yes. When did you know it was time to make that hire?
A week before.
We couldn't do it.
Okay.
We just couldn't do it by ourselves. Opening the store, prepping everything, helping the customers. I even had my husband in there. It was like all hands on deck. Friends, come run the register. You run the register. We're gonna make the box.
The journey, we did not know what we were doing. Even we are engulfed in trying to get this construction done. So we're signed a lease in June. I think we finished construction in November. Because we opened December 13th. Yeah. So we were not done.
We were fast tracked
until November. We engaged with Creative to help us with the launch of the business.
Love it.
To the community, because we're like, okay, social media, we need that off of our plates. Grand opening off of our plates. And then we opened December 13th. We had not made our first box until we did an influencer event like a week before.
Right.
What do you mean made your first box?
Like
in the store?
Yep. Yeah.
We know what we were doing.
We were like, okay.
But you had done it beforehand.
Nope. on a board.
Yeah, but
on a board. Not when we're serving to the public. We didn't do any trial runs.
So you're saying y'all were just doing boards before, like we'll go set up boards.
We'll do grazing tables. We'll do boards. But
so this was like your box design didn't happen until a week before.
Yes.
We had an influencer event, and that was our very first time.
Y'all didn't like test before, like friends and family, husband, wives, like come out and like let's test this.
We didn't have
puppy
time
out.
for all
We
of
didn't
that.
have time.
It was just straight bring on the influencers and let them be the guinea pigs.
And it was football season, so we were trying to plan
because we do LSU.
We do tailgates for LSU, so we were trying to figure out when can we open up. So we pushed it from I think October to December. We were like, okay, don't put this pressure on you. Nobody's forcing you to open.
Like get through football season.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
But then it's like holiday time, which is our busiest, like our peak season. It was chaos.
Y'all are crazy.
Then I went to St. Bart's. I went to St. Bart's for a week, and I came back and opened up. Yeah. Still
I'm like, are you gonna be back in time?
Yeah. Literally.
Yeah.
So that first
choosing
week,
colors. Let's go back to the store. I enjoyed. Oh, we had a contest on colors.
Yep.
Well, we were gonna paint the inside of the store, the outside of the store.
What do you mean a contest?
We ask our customers, our platform.
You let your platform dictate your colors?
Yeah, we had a social media strategy.
That's a bold move.
So we started Behind the Cheese, and that documented our journey of opening up the store. So that went from paint color.
Hang on, Behind the Cheese.
Behind the
Okay,
Cheese.
hang on now.
Yep.
Okay.
What is this?
Shout out to Mommy.
Yeah.
What is Behind the Cheese?
Like what we doing now? Asking
not a
questions.
podcast, but
not a podcast,
but a documented
like a
journey.
docuseries type
Docuseries of us opening up the store from like picking paint colors to picking furniture, us putting furniture together, the mural on the outside. What are we doing this week? And that is a way we built community and engagement for our brand before we even opened. So it was a month of content before we opened too.
And so y'all are publishing that as you go.
Yep.
Like, win or lose, it's out there.
Right.
Equipment coming in.
Oh yeah.
Installs. Everything was documented for Behind the Cheese.
I love that. That's incredible. That's like...
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. Okay, so you got Behind the Cheese. You're out of town. You're over here trying to get it rocking and rolling. All of a sudden you say, let's get the most influential people in Baton Rouge into our store.
Yes.
And let's figure out how we can break bread.
Yes.
Yep.
And how'd it go? How'd the launch go?
It was amazing.
Amazing.
I think we had maybe 25 influencers. We did 2 different sessions. We had little cheese bags. They built their box, went through the concept. We had mocktails to create a very intimate experience.
Yeah, charcuterie mocktails.
Yes, we did, with crackers on the rim.
Wait, what's the charcuterie mocktail?
It was a spicy margarita with meat and cheese inside.
Yes.
And a cracker on the...
Very innovative. Shout out to Liquid Fix, another women-owned business.
Yep.
What?
Yeah.
This is incredible.
We're creative.
It's very creative. So you've got like meat and cheese inside of this
cocktail,
margarita with a cracker on top.
Yeah.
My heavens.
Yep. And then we opened.
How'd that go?
Shirts were coming in late at night. We were getting them ready. Bags. Yes. Setting up the store. Yeah, we didn't have anything in there at the beginning, but we had to.
So it was like the day of, people are walking in, you're still putting out shirts like, hey, welcome, come on in. Let's fluff the shirts and put them out on the wall.
Yep, holding signs up. 3 more days.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
It was all hands on deck. Friends, family, like, we need help.
Well, not you. You're in St. Bart's. You ain't doing nothing.
When she came back, I was like, and she didn't call me while she was gone.
It's on
she had that much faith in you.
Get it done.
Yeah. So, we've come a long way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's on the horizon? What can we expect?
We would like to have a second location.
Okay.
We haven't figured out where yet, but that's our goal, to have another location.
Okay.
Yeah, we want Crafted Nibbles to be like a lifestyle, like
Yeah.
brand, not just meat and cheese. I don't know, what we'll venture off into, but it can evolve. I think I want us to be more of a hub to support other businesses too. Like everything that we have in the store, down to bags, pepper jelly,
Shirts.
honeycomb shirt. Like we try to use local or minority vendors. So whether that's opening up another storefront, but providing pathways for other businesses to kind of show their product too.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh yeah, because we have Trap House, Cake Juice,
we get
and Rich Tea. These are minority women-owned businesses, and we let them put their product in our store, and we sell them for them.
That was a challenge we faced. Where can we go sell our stuff? No, there's not a lot of spaces, so we can bring other people's products and allow them to come in and showcase what they have, and we can sell it and expose their brand as well. Like that's a win for us.
Yeah,
and we're very intentional where we go, who we're around, who we sell our products to, because, and I'm not saying that in a negative way.
Yeah.
You have to be very mindful. Our brand is our brand.
100%.
And it means a lot to us. We haven't had too many blood, sweat, and tears, but we've had a journey. And I tell everybody, this Crafted Nibbles is a brand, and we want it to remain that way. And when people say, oh, Crafted Nibbles, they know Michelle and I, and they know it's going to be good, it's going to be right, and we stand on our name.
Quality products.
Products.
Yeah, no, I love it. And you have to be intentional with that.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can't, the second you start to just kind of jump at whatever's quick and coming your way is how you often will lose that loyal customer base, that fan base that's been with you and seen you from the home kitchen to where you are today, and then will be with you for that expanded, footprint that you're after.
Because we start off, live after 5.
Yeah.
And then we went to white light nights. So we would do those and the breast cancer.
Yeah, through Women's Hospital.
And American Heart Association. That's it.
Welcome to the brand new Falaya mobile app. We took all the same tech that's helped hundreds of people sell their homes themselves and packed it into an easy-to-use app for your phone. When you download the Falaya mobile app on either the Apple or Android App Store, you'll immediately be able to see the power of this game-changing tool. From the seller's dashboard, you can navigate to all the information that you need. We intentionally separated everything into key groups, such as tasks to be completed, buyer leads for your listing, and contact information for everyone involved through closing. When you get an offer on your property, you can simply review and respond all within the app. No matter where you are in the world, you'll be able to monitor everything that's going on with your property from listed to sold. It's truly the power of Falaya in the palm of your hand. Download the app and see for yourself. Falaya, it's real estate reimagined.
Yeah.
We're not going to this pop up, that pop up. No.
Yeah, you got to find what works for your brand.
Correct.
And because you get into that pattern of just saying yes over and over again, it's going to just be the shortest route you take.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you're either going to run out of X, Y, and Z, or they're not going to fulfill an end on their side, and it just becomes a headache and a hassle.
Right.
Correct.
So,
And we service both universities,
okay.
LSU and Southern. And now that we have a storefront, we can go into BRCC. So the community college is in the mix as well.
I love it. That's exciting.
It is.
Y'all
It is.
have done a lot and come a long way over a short period of time.
That's right.
And
Yeah,
you're just getting
6 months.
started.
Yeah,
6
6
months.
months. Yeah, since December. So
I know.
And we have a phenomenal staff. They're college students. They're on time. They come to work. Have heard nothing but good things from customers. They're very knowledgeable, and we're blessed. in that aspect.
That's incredible. I'm excited to see where y'all go.
Me too.
And so before we get you out of here, though, we have a set list of questions we ask every guest. First one is, what is something you did as a kid you wish you could still do today?
I used to love to play jacks. Jacks.
Oh, yeah.
We used to love to do that. My sister and I, we would get on the floor and play jacks. And I enjoyed that.
So when are we having a jacks tournament?
I can't get, if I get down there, I can't get up.
Why don't we just bring it to the table? Let's get a table,
Okay.
and do it on the table. I feel like
Yeah.
we got to have a jacks night at Crafted Nibbles.
We can have it.
Some mocktails.
Some mocktails. We're going to have the Patty G show over there, live.
I'm in.
Patty G behind the cheese.
That's it.
Yep.
I love it.
You can sit on our
I don't know.
sofa.
I don't know. I don't think I have an answer.
Come on. Come on. Something you did as a kid, you're like, man, if only I could had time, could been that way, whatever it may be. You know, we've had people say jump off a roof.
She didn't like to play with baby dolls. You want to swim?
Yeah, I like swimming. So yeah,
She swam on the swim team at Christian Life. She started swimming as a baby at Howell Park. They just threw her in, and it was survival. And she did well. And
Thanks for answering, Ma.
I'm sorry. Well, you couldn't think, so I had to help you.
She's singing for you.
Yes, thank you. That's it. Swim.
Look, that's between y'all. So y'all have grown rapidly. Y'all have done tremendous things. You've made boss moves while you're from out of town, and you've just kind of hit this thing full steam. What are like some lessons you've learned along the way?
Along the way is plan as much as possible. And I think that's our current challenge, is having a strong foundation in terms of operations. I think that's what we're trying to figure out, like set policies, set procedures. Again, we know nothing. We're learning as we go. So as much research about just standard operating procedures, training, especially when you get employees, what that looks like. You have to be very intentional and specific with them. So as much prep, like I said, we did not do enough on the back end to kind of know how to run operationally.
Right.
So as much research and prep on that.
I read a lot. I ask Chat GPT a lot of questions. I have a library. So I get a lot of answers from there. But use my resources. Call Emily. She came in to see us from LSU business. What is
Innovation Park.
Innovation Park. So she keeps up with me, and I ask, hey, what should I do in this case, that case, and just strategize and be intentional.
Love it.
Yeah.
So what is something y'all love about Baton Rouge?
We keeping it cheesy.
I would say community.
Fantastic answer. Fantastic answer.
Like your business, all the time. You see who the mother is, right? It's me.
I'm not saying a word.
It's good.
Community. You cannot have a business or build a successful business without community. You can't do it alone. Like you need your customers, like you need your friends, you need family, you need resources. So whatever, atmosphere you build, like you need that. Definitely.
Love it. For the final question, what can I do to help you?
I would like for you to promote us. Spread the word. Let people know who we are, and that's what we're doing today, and share our experiences. I think the more people know and you share it, the better off everybody will be
Absolutely.
in business.
I mean, can we subscribe to the sparkling beverages?
You can do
Absolutely.
anything.
Can we
Yes, nothing's
just get it on repeat orders?
Yeah, absolutely. 4631 Perkins Road.
Yes.
Done.
Yep. Just like, share, comment. We haven't paid for marketing. It truly has been word of mouth. So
Isn't that the best?
yeah, organic growth. So that's all we could ask for.
You got it.
Yeah.
Well, you got a customer done right here. That's easy. I love it.
Can't wait to see you.
I know. We're going to be there. So I appreciate y'all coming on today.
thank you.
Appreciate y'all coming downtown
Yes.
to chat with us here. So thank y'all so very
Our
much.
pleasure.
And good luck to you. Continue growing and expanding, and you're gonna be seeing me.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Keep
All right.
Baton Rouge cheesy.
Keep Baton Rouge
Rouge
cheesy,
cheesy.
everybody. So thank y'all so much for everybody listening or watching. Yeah, just keep Baton Rouge cheesy. That's all we got to say. We'll see y'all next time.